When I saw this today, I was sad. How can Raymond write to the FBI because of one toy car? One toy car. We demean the whole FBI to the point of living serious things and running after one car. Are we serious? One car, FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigations. Raymond Archer has nothing to do because he's an idiot who has been put into office to do nothing. And he writes to the FBI and says, oh, you know what? There's a 13 Lamborghini here. There's a guy there called Shatta Wale. Come and let's arrest him. What cock and bull story is that? Let's speak the truth.
Raymond, extra letter. And on the comma, FBI, I have a copy. Sir, FBI, Kana, Shatta Wale Lamborghini no, a chrono car. Eti FBI, Embra Ghana Meche Shatta Wale.
Instead of fighting to remove criminals, this guy is sitting on TV saying, oh, you know what? You, John Mahama, will take a decision because of Raymond. Take a decision. Who the heck do these people think they are? Captain Smart. He will take a decision. SM Kam will take a decision. John Mahama, we are going to take a decision because of Raymond Archer. What kind of hatred is this?
Raymond Archer or Pony.
There is a clash between Blakk Rasta and Captain Smart because of Shatta Wale's yellow Lamborghini and Raymond Archer. So in case you don't know, Blakk Rasta is a very good friend of Raymond Archer. On the other side, Captain Smart seemed not to like or love Raymond Archer and his entire Iyoko organization. So a few hours ago, Captain Smart decided to go raw after Raymond Archer. Now, focus on certain individuals, Kwabna Edubuahin, as well as Shatta and Magdan. Now, I'm focusing on Shatta's side because that was where it trended massively. According to Captain Smart, Raymond Archer instead wrote to FBI to come after Shatta Wale and the yellow Lambo.
Sir, FBI, Kana, Shatta Wale Lamborghini no, a chrono car. Eti FBI, Embra Ghana Meche Shatta Wale. O Meche Shatta. No one chika no feeling them. FBI G letter no sa communication no. And we investigate here across the whole of America, all the 52 states. Who says no, it was genuinely purchased and genuinely shipped to Ghana. And the Raymond Archer and Sassi from say go grow our FBI and him. Guy na car ne yene dia no. Yes, yampa. America for investigate saga no. But saga no car no wenwia. Car na Shatta etwi no. Enye stolen car. FBI confirm it to Raymond Archer say car na Shatta tim no. Enye stolen. Say Raymond Archer say me boa. Unpublished communication not show me one statement FBI can say Lamborghini no stolen.
He didn't stop there. He made other revelations. Said Shatta lost $75 million Shaxi deal because of Shatta's arrest back and forth. He didn't get time to sit with investors, and also the image got dented by the arrest. A trend they say he's a criminal, a fraudster. He bought a fraudulent car and other things.
A musician in Ghana is doing. Unlike other musicians in other part of the continent, this guy has started say auto taxes. I'm an unemployed youth. And these guys came down to Ghana to sign a contract with Shatta Wale. They invited Shatta Wale from Ghana to go to that country. The total now what they back Ghana is $75 million through just one person called Shatta Wale.
So guess what? Blakk Rasta decided to speak. Now, all that I can say, there is tension between these two. Surprisingly, they work within the same organization, Media General. So, according to Blakk Rasta, person say, Captain Smart, aje kakra, edi ashene ho, and aje kakra, edi shene ho, and he's acting unprofessional. I say, because of one dirty yellow Lamborghini, cheap Conco car, and I say, Raymond Archer, ebe trolleta, edi ama FBI, or what is the motive of Captain Smart against Raymond Archer? So he fought for Raymond Archer, saying, he said the fact that Raymond Archer is going after friends of Captain Smart or people who give him chop money to eat kakra no and say Raymond Archer is corrupt. He said a whole lot of things while defending Raymond Archer, and or did the truth to out. Me wasting my time. Let us go and listen to Blakk Rasta.
We agree. You played your role. But you are not entitled in any way to have every suggestion you put out there swallowed hook, line, and sinker. It's childish. No, don't let us do this, Mr. Smart. When I saw this today, I was sad. How can Raymond write to the FBI because of one toy car? One toy car. We demean the whole FBI to the point of living serious things and running after one car. Are we serious? One car, FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigations. Raymond Archer has nothing to do because he's an idiot who has been put into office to do nothing. And he writes to the FBI and says, oh, you know what? There's a 13 Lamborghini here. There's a guy there called Shatta Wale. Come and let's arrest him. What cock and bull story is that? Let's speak the truth. Maybe I could have handled this better. But emotionally, as I stand, this is the best I can handle it. It's absolutely hogwash. What is this? Now you are saying that you have a letter that Raymond Archer wrote to the FBI. Why don't you show it? And that if Raymond Archer can come out and tell you, Captain Smart, that, oh, this is a letter to show that FBI actually asked for it. And you know that some of these documents cannot be shown, but I'll show you that document today because of what these guys are doing. We have seen these documents because some of us, we have to see before we talk. Raymond Archer, show us a document that shows that the FBI said that you should go after the car. And you know that it's unethical for whoever it is to show you a document from the FBI. And this is what Captain Smart is saying. I'm going to show you that document, not now, but in this show. Early this morning, Shatta Wale came out and put up a post. What did he say in the post? Charles Niyama Mensah. Because of common Lambo, I lose a big investor for SHATTA'S. Hey, Ghana, but we must move. SHATTA'S is a good thing. I love SHATTA'S. I love Shatta Wale. Despite all the shenanigans around us, I mention SHATTA'S almost every day on my show. I've never been paid for it. And I don't intend to be paid. I have said it time and again how SHATTA'S is helping the youth and is even going to do more. When Malik Basintali wanted to support SHATTA'S, I was one of those that pushed. And the records are there for everyone to see. We only pretend that we are fighting. But no, we are not fighting. No, we are not fighting. We are only speaking the truth. My brother, Shatta Wale said he has lost money. And he didn't tell us how much. Captain Smart tells us it's 75 million American dollars. And that is supposed to buy cars. 75 million. Do you know how much money that is? What kind of cars are they going to bring? But that's okay. Let's even say it's 100 million American dollars. I am sad that Shatta Wale has to lose it. But that is what happens when you buy a car with no papers. That is what happens when you buy a car on the street. That is what happens when you buy a luxurious car like this on the street. You don't know where to trace the person. You don't know where this car is. But Shatta Wale knows where the car is from. He knows it. He knows who gave the car to him. He's another alleged thief, Edu Buahine, and his girlfriend Rashida. This guy, very dangerous psycho. This guy. And Rashida, Alhaji's wife, they came together as husband and wife in crime. These two guys, and people support these guys. Probably because they gave them something small. So you sell your birthright. Oh, what a shame. Hallelujah. What a shame. My prayer has always been that may I never take something from anybody to change my direction of thought. And God has always answered it, no matter how hungry I am. Dash him away. This face is nauseating. My brother, my sister, sorry to Shatta Wale. But again, next time, don't buy a car with no papers. This car was amongst the fleet of cars at Moving Peak that Edu Buahine was renting to big men who were coming. Look at the car. Can you see the car? And this is Moving Peak. Look at the fleet of cars he had at Moving Peak, and he was renting this to big tourists and all that. Look at the Lamborghini there. A few months later, this same Lamborghini is with Shatta Wale. And Shatta says he bought it on the street. Look, let's think and stop the bigotism. Look at it. This was before Shatta Wale had it. Shatta Wale knew that he got this car from Edu Buahine, but he protected him and said he bought it from the street. The facts are there. I will not tell you I have the thing. I will show you. No. Look, let me tell you something. FBI started writing to Iyoko demanding that one Amua, Nana Amua, had been convicted in a certain Kentucky court. He had defrauded some people close to about 800,000 American dollars. And a lot of that money, the stolen money, he used that to buy things legally. Listen. He will steal from you and use the stolen money to buy something legally. Does it absolve it from the theft? If you use dirty money to buy something legally, does it become a clean thing? Let's think. Let's think. This is the guy. They started writing, and that they had traced some of the things that this guy had bought with the money, stolen money, to Ghana. In collaboration, please help us deal with this issue. Hey, Raymond and his people decided to go underground, trying to find out chassis number, everything, things like that, checking out to find out, where is this car? Is there any car like that? Blah, blah, and some other such things. After a couple of months, FBI wrote to Iyoko again. Remember, we have a collaboration. We are asking you to help us. They repeated this request about 3 times. When Raymond finally went and picked up the Lambo, Shatta told him, please, don't do this to me. If you drive this thing out, people are going to make noise and my fan base will be worried. He said, oh, I understand that. I myself, I'll bring it. Say, oh, that's okay, that's good. Bring it. In his own time, Shatta Wale drove it to Iyoko. No noise, nothing. Nobody heard about it. And he was told, we are investigating it. FBI has told us about this, but keep it to yourself. We are investigating. If it is free, we will return your team to you. So go. It was Shatta himself who came out blaming Iyoko for coming to his house with cocked guns and all that to try and intimidate him and all that. Am I lying? He was the one who said it. And he forced Iyoko to come out with a press statement. If he hadn't done that, this matter would have been quiet and underground they would investigate to that point. Can I now show you the letter from the FBI? I'm sad to show you this, but sometimes you'll have to do that. Open it up so everybody can see it. Okay? This is the U.S. Department of Justice. Okay? Criminal Division. And this is the reference number. Office of International Affairs, Washington, D.C. Look at it, September 5, 2025. This was one of the last letters written. Even when Raymond arrested the car, he was quiet about it. He didn't even tell FBI. He wanted to finish his investigation before doing everything. Via electronic mail, Honorable Dr. Dominic Akuritinga Ayine, Attorney General and Minister of Justice, blah, 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 blah. Attention, Richard Jambibi, Principal Attorney, State Attorney. And it's a request for assistance in the prosecution of Nana Kwabena Amoah and others. OIA reference number. And they gave the number. And it says, please use when responding. It says, dear Honorable Attorney General, please find and close a request for mutual legal assistance in the above reference matter made in pursuant to the United Nations Convention Against Transnational Organized Crime, to which the United States and the Republic of Ghana are parties. Now, the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Eastern District of Kentucky, that's the prosecutor for the Federal Bureau of Investigation, and others have investigated and prosecuted Nana Kwabena Amoah and others for violations of U.S. criminal laws in connection with a business email compromise and money laundering scheme, whereby Amoah fraudulently obtained $970,916. That's almost $1 million American dollars. Through this request, the U.S. prosecutor seeks assistance from the appropriate authorities in Ghana to enforce a forfeiture order issued by the U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of Kentucky, permitting the seizure and forfeiture of a Lamborghini Urus. My brother, on one down, owned by Nana Kwabena Amoah and located in Ghana for the purpose of partially satisfying the forfeiture money judgment imposed against him and to provide notice of forfeiture to any individual who may have an ownership interest in the Lamborghini Urus. You know what that means? The man has stolen money. He has been able to use part of the money to buy a Lamborghini Urus. He has shipped it to Ghana. We have traced it to Ghana. That car is owned by Nana Kwabena Amoah. But whoever has this car right now, because we have Nana Amoah here, must forfeit it because it was bought out of stolen proceeds. That's all that this big English is saying. My brother, my sister, Lamborghini Urus, dash it away. And signed by Vaughan. You saw the signature and everything. It's sad that I have to show you this. This is a very, very personal document.
So it is what it is. This thing is really getting serious. So who do you think is saying the truth here? Who do you think is saying the truth? Are you for Captain Smart or you are for Blakk Rasta? Or you follow this particular news? Any update? Vimbas TV so.
SHATTA'S TV.